Why niceness can ruin your life. Niceness isn't kindness. Be nice, and people will like you, is a phrase that has been repeated to every one of us since we were children. It seems to be a beneficial thing. Being too polite may really be detrimental to your reputation, restrict the options available to you, and even cause others to walk all over you. This is an unsettling reality. We will discuss the psychology behind why excessive niceness is counterproductive, provide instances from real life, and explain how to strike a balance between being kind and respecting yourself in order to be loved and respected by others. The difference between kindness and niceness. Let's begin by establishing one thing. Niceness and kindness are not the same thing. Kindness is a different thing. A real place of concern is the source of kindness, but it must be tempered with honesty and limits to be useful. In many cases, the desire for acceptance and the fear of being rejected are the root causes of niceness. Psychologists refer to this kind of conduct as approval-seeking behavior. I admire your drive, but I believe there are a few risks you ought to take into consideration. A person who is too nice would just grin and exclaim, "It's amazing," even if they are secretly thinking that it is a great failure. End result? People are able to detect inauthenticity, which gradually erodes regard for the individual. Why being too nice? It can make you a target. Employees who were highly agreeable tended to wind up with 20-30% more unpaid duty than their counterparts, according to research from the Harvard Business Review, 2023. This was due to the fact that their coworkers knew they wouldn't decline the additional work. According to research that was conducted at the University of Berkeley in 2021, people pleasers are 3 times more likely to develop exhaustion and dissatisfaction in emotional interactions. Example from the real world. Have you ever heard of the office nice guy who never complains, always covers shifts, and stays late? One likes him. However, what about promos and promotions? He's neglected in favor of someone who is forceful and can argue for himself. 3. The equation of respectfulness. Respect is equal to both competence and boundaries. The concept of niceness by itself does not fit within that formula. To put it another way, if you give out an excessive amount of things without expecting reciprocal appreciation in return, people will cease appreciating the contributions you make. The term, the law of diminishing returns, refers to a phenomenon that may be found in the field of behavioral psychology. The more something is given to someone without their labor, the less value they place on it. If you are often performing favors for other people, your assistance will eventually become the norm rather than something that is appreciated. 4. The psychological factors that contribute to the issue. Being too pleasant is often the result of deeply ingrained psychological habits, including the following. Low self-esteem, the belief that your value is dependent on the views of others. Conflict avoidance, the act of associating disagreement with hostility. Fear of rejection, a childhood indoctrination in which affection was related to compliance. According to the findings of a poll conducted by Psychology Today in 2020, 62% of individuals who self-identified as overly nice stated that they delayed expressing their genuine emotions in order to avoid confrontation, but that they afterward felt angry about their decision. How the absence of niceness undermines authority in leadership. The following are common behaviors shown by leaders who are excessively nice. They avoid providing honest criticism. They fail to consistently enforce regulations. They allow bad performance to pass in order to keep the peace. This may lead to complete anarchy. The year 2024 saw the publication of a case study by Forbes that focused on a technology business in which the CEO took immense delight in never upsetting anyone. So what happened? Deadlines were insufficiently met. Investors withdrew funds because there was no accountability. Low performers continued to be added to the payroll. The lesson is that compassion is a quality that may be had, but leadership demands decisiveness, which might at times entail being unpopular in the present moment. 6. The social science of selective niceness. People who were polite the majority of the time, but tough when it was essential, gained more respect over the long run than those who were nice all the time, according to a study that was conducted, 2023, by Columbia Business School. When you are not scared to say no, your yes really means more. This is bitai, because contrast is the key. The cost of niceness in dating and relationships. When it comes to dating, being excessively kind might be detrimental to appeal. How come? Beings of the human species are hardwired to respect limits and confidence. According to a statistics study published by OkCupid in 2021, profiles that displayed self-assured thoughts, even if they were controversial, had a higher number of matches than profiles that merely gave acceptable and straightforward responses. Step 1. Conduct an evaluation of your niceness. During the course of 1 week, be sure to keep count of the number of times you have agreed to do something that you do not want to do. Having awareness is the first step in making a change. Step 2. Learning kind no is the. Instead of over-explaining or apologizing, try saying something like, "I am sorry, but I am unable to commit to that at this time. However, I am grateful that you are thinking of me. I apologize, but I am unable to take on that responsibility at this time." Step 3. Speak your truth. Please be courteous when you share your genuine ideas. It's possible that people won't always agree with you, but they will admire your honesty. Step 4. Value your time. If you do not value your time, then other people will not value it either. You should safeguard the time that you have set out for yourself on your schedule. Step 5. Acknowledge and embrace your discomfort. Initially, it may seem difficult to say no or to disagree with someone. It's not a problem. Those are times when respect is cultivated. 9. Transformations that occur in real life. Case Study 1. Maya, a 34-year-old educated woman. In order to grade papers for her coworkers, she was often staying late. After establishing a rule that she would only work within the hours that were specified in the contract, she first encountered resistance. Her workload, however, became more bearable after a few months, and she was eventually elevated to the position of department head. Jake, a 29-year-old information technology expert, is the yes man for any further initiatives that come his way. He found that his colleagues stopped dumping work on him when he learned how to reject respectfully, and his employer began to trust him with high-visibility assignments more often. Final thoughts. One's ability to be nice is a strength. On the other hand, being too kind, even if it means sacrificing your limits, is a sign of weakness. Only to maintain the status quo is, am I doing this out of kindness or out of fear? This one inquiry has the potential to save you respect, energy, and relationships. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content.